Rough. This is Facebook Live Challenge Day 9. Talking about podcasting. This is going to be my last post that's predominantly about podcasting. Moving forward, I'm going to try to talk about some more business concepts and some other personal development concepts I think that will be helpful to other people. But wrapping up on the podcast, I did want to take a second to talk about probably the most common question that I see on a lot of the Facebook groups and a lot of the streams I follow about podcasting is how to grow your audience. Everybody wants to be able to grow their audience. Everybody wants to know why there's nobody listening, or how they can grow an audience so hopefully they can probably ultimately monetize, but just wanting to share their message and share. We all want to share what we have to say, and the more people we can share that with, the more people we feel like we're reaching, the more impact we feel like we're having. So it's a question that I struggle with as well. And most podcasters I know are struggling with that issue. But before I go into that, I forgot that I'm supposed to start each one of these episodes this week that I want to promote another podcast. So in the vein of how to grow your podcast, the podcast I want to plug today is Welcome to the Family podcast. If you know the Terrell sisters from back in the day, if you know me from high school and you know the Terrells, then you know Tracy and Allison and Andrea and that whole clan, a bunch of beautiful blonde ladies. They've got an amazingly hilarious podcast. Especially during quarantine, man, if you need a break, if you feel like you're kind of at your breaking point, I strongly encourage you to check those ladies out. They're an absolute riot. They were a blast in high school and still carrying on the same way. So they are the ones that I want to plug for today. So if you get a chance, go check them out. There'll be don't expect to get actually you do get knowledge. I shouldn't even say that, because they actually have a lot of cool little tips and fun things too. So, and the reason why I want to bring them up for the podcast I want to promote for today is because they have been very successful at growing their audience. And I came into the space quite a bit before they did, and I heard they were coming in to do the podcast. I was super excited, and I just watched them explode. It's been insane to watch their growth and to see the success that they've had in such a short amount of time. It's a testament to show you what is possible. I have not had that kind of success like they have. It's been a grueling struggle for me to get every listener that I've gotten. And I'm sure it's been tough for them too. I don't mean to make light of what they've been able to accomplish. I'm sure they've worked very hard to get. And so that brings me to how do you grow your podcast? And I looked at what it was they were doing and why they were successful. And the biggest thing that I've been able to determine, or what I've been able to see with them and with others, is it's about as popular as you are and your message. So the more that you're putting it out there, the more that you're engaged in social media, the more that you're engaged in other platforms, and sharing that you actually have a podcast out there, the more interaction you're going to get, the more you're going to grow. I did a lot of things grassroots. I did a few things that weren't grassroots to try to build my podcast. Grassroots stuff, for a good little while I was texting one personal friend each day, asking them to listen, let me know what they thought, and subscribe if they found some enjoyment out of it. And then if they did find some enjoyment and they did subscribe and listen to a few episodes, then hopefully ask them to share that with other people. So, only people are going to be listening at first are your friends and family. So you're just going to have to accept that. And if they do give you positive feedback, like I have gotten a lot of good positive feedback, then ask them to share it. Ask them to share it with one person that they think would enjoy it, and start that way. I mean, that's the best way. The grassroots, just letting people know, friends, family, coworkers, people that already know you. And then once you do that, then you can spread it out. Then they can help spread your word, your message, above and beyond what you can do. Above and beyond that, one of the things I did was doing Facebook ads, and I did some paid advertising. I did not see much success from that. It was not nearly as lucrative or successful as I had hoped. Now, that being said, I probably wasn't doing it right, because I am still learning social media. I'm still learning how to market, and how to take advantage of different platforms. So that the fact that I didn't have success was most likely to do with the fact that I didn't really know what I was doing. I'm no longer doing that. I'm going more the organic route, and now I'm doing what is the next piece of that, and that's not just sharing with your immediate friends and family that you know, but then getting out there into the ethosphere, getting out there into like I was saying before, I'm in a lot of other podcast, Facebook groups and other networking places where I can share my podcast with other people. And every chance I get, I'm trying to let some new person know about my podcast, whether that be through social media, whether that be in person. I've always got a stack of cards, again, kind of grassroots. But as you become a presence in that space, in the digital landscape, then your message will continue to spread above and beyond what you are telling people. And the more you can do that, the more that you can stay in people's faces, the more they know that you're out there, then the more they're going to look for you and try to keep up with you, what you're doing. So as you can see, that's clearly what I'm doing now with Facebook Live that we're doing today. I'm doing stuff on Instagram. We even got on TikTok, man. Never thought I'd say that, but trying to take advantage of all the opportunities that are out there. LinkedIn is another big one that's been successful for me. And then catering your message on each platform based on the audience on that platform. The messages I'm putting out on LinkedIn look a whole lot different than the crap I'm putting out there on TikTok, man. It's night and day. So, those are just a few different ways that you can do it. I'm still trying to figure out more ways. So, hey, if you know ways that you've been successful in growing your business, not just a podcast, but any kind of organic growth that you've experienced, and you have tips that would help me out, hey, by all means, let me know. DM me, comment on the threads. Because as we shift, like I said, from podcasting, I'm going to get into more business type stuff and more things that are related to other things above and beyond podcasting. They'll still apply to podcasting as well, but hopefully some of the knowledge that I'll have coming up will be more insightful to a broader audience rather than just podcasters. So anyway, that's my thing for today. So I wanted to make sure that I wrap up, try to get some consistency to these. So I'm going to wrap up, plug in my show. Check out Extraordinary Podcast. We just have a new episode come out. Was it today or yesterday? Yesterday. New episode out yesterday. Marissa Medin. She's a really neat lady. She's from Atlanta, where I'm from, but we actually met in the digital space. She's been a digital nomad for the last several years. She's crafted a few different businesses. She is a Tim Ferriss disciple. If you want to know how to live a life of travel, how to create a lifestyle that allows you the freedom to live wherever you want to in the world and experience all the different things you want to, and to be able to do that, making money along the way, check out her episode. It's really cool. It's called Mobile Medium, and she's had some really cool experiences as well that she talks about. So I encourage you to check that out. Go to the website, extraordinarypodcast.net, 8keystoGreat.net. You can also find the podcast there. So that's my thing for today. Thanks for your time, and we'll see you tomorrow.